Hi, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
This is Untitled Nerd Network's review of Godzilla vs. Kong.
Woohoo!
Okay, so spoilers. We got up at the top. I'm just gonna leave that spoiler warning at the top of the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah,
forever and ever and ever.
it's perfect.
So spoilers.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Godzilla kills Kong, and that's the end of the movie. So,
Seriously?
no, not really. Okay, so here's the thing. Like to give away the ending is you have been warned. What I thought was going to happen was that they were going to fight, and then eventually they were going to team up against Monster Zero, and that theory was half right.
Yeah, it was half right.
But the big twist that I didn't see coming
I
was
probably did see a preview because I'm sure they showed that.
no.
Are you sure?
They never showed. This is
Okay.
one of those things that they really kept under wraps.
Okay.
This was the surprise.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
That a lot of times I don't see previews. But anyway, continue.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Sorry.
I never really watched the trailers, but I never heard anything about Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing. I've never seen any of the old Well, I've seen the original, like 1954 or whatever it was, Godzilla movie, the original Japanese Godzilla movie, the first one ever. And I knew about all the monsters and everything, and like, here's the thing, like, my favorite, like, my favorite really is it has been kind of a toss-up between Godzilla and Kong. But my number 3 was always Mecha Godzilla, because it just seemed like such a cool...
Just seemed cool.
Yeah. And, son of a bitch, they included Mecha Godzilla as the main villain in this thing.
Yeah.
Like, the last, probably, 45 minutes.
Was him.
He was the focus, and...
Well, we didn't know it was him to begin, because, they showed his eye.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see the rest of his body on that part because you were in the kitchen making your coffee.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey,
We thought it was like some kind of weapon
it
or
did.
something,
Well, here's the thing. It sounded like a Titan.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, hell, they're learning with the sound, maybe,
Yeah, like that little machine they had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Orca. And it turned out it was Mechagodzilla.
I'm just like...
And they used the brain or the DNA of...
Yeah, they used the brain, and
Monster
because it
Zero.
had like a telepathic ability.
Because they
I'm
were
like-
already controlling it with a person. A person was controlling it. And then when they put the brain in there, they thought they were gonna control that brain.
Yeah, that lasted all of 30 seconds.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah.
Like, destroyed the human.
All the bad guys got killed this time.
Fuck it, I'm so glad.
Here's the thing, like, well, of course, 11 from Stranger Things, she was back.
And her dad.
Yeah, her dad was
But
very,
he was a
very
minor character because she said, to hell with you, because I just want to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Well, that was the kiss of death as far as words go.
Pretty much dismissed everything she had to say. And,
Right. Even though I told Lonnie, it's like, God, I'd be the first person I'd listen to. She's the one who fucking lured him to the baseball stadium or whatever that was.
Yeah, and like it was so because we got to see Hollow Earth for the first time.
Oh, man.
Like real Hollow Earth. And
it was so beautiful.
it was neat because gravity is really crazy because they're like under the earth, like deep in the earth, like 1,000 miles into the
And
earth's
at like
surface.
some point, it's just like they just float.
Yeah, there's it's like it's a cave, but it's lit up, and they're like the roof, and there's a floor, but somewhere in between the two, the gravity shifts to one way or the other, and in between there's these like floating glowing rocks that are have the power of whatever's in there. And I don't know, it was just an amazing. I could go back and rewatch that. That had the same.
That was so good.
That had that same feeling like when they first went underground in the last movie.
Yeah.
They went down there and looked around. So this, there's not really a whole lot of meat and potatoes plot to discuss in this movie. It
No,
was a
because
lot
immediately it starts. You know, we didn't think we were going to see a fight till at least halfway through the movie. What was it, 20 minutes?
maybe.
And
Yeah.
we saw the first fight.
Yeah, they fought each other. They locked Kong down on the ship.
Okay, can I just express how stupid of an idea that was?
It was very stupid.
Who?
Yes.
That just showed how stupid humans really are.
It's like they were trying to avoid Godzilla, and they take Kong onto the one place where Godzilla's the strongest.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, we want him to show us where the tunnel is or take us down there and guide us.
Yeah.
Let's chain him and take him to the ocean where Godzilla's fucking swimming around.
Well, they were like, oh, we're trying to avoid his territorial waters.
What the fuck?
But, you know, like, they should know
They
by
have
now
instincts
that
and shit.
these titans, like, Godzilla, like, Kong could drop into the water in Savannah, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Kong, or Godzilla could be in Tokyo, and he
be
would
like,
know it. Yeah,
"Oh,
he
let
would
me
be
go
like,
over
oh
there."
shit, other side of the planet, I better get over there real
yeah,
quick.
and then they got them fucking tunnels. He'd be over
Yeah.
there in 10 minutes. Like, because humans are dumb. You would think people are going to say, oh, that's a big plot hole. No, people really are that stupid.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's really stupidity. It is stupidity, but it's a virulent mix of stupidity and ego. Because they're like, we're the main apex predator of the world.
Yeah,
you know, they got to be number one.
That's what it all boiled down to. That it wasn't that, you know, they wanted to destroy the Titans. That's what they kept telling people. They wanted, what it was is they wanted their own Titan to rule everyone else. And then it backfired, of course.
Here's the thing, and if every freaking sci-fi and horror movie villain would just, everybody with some money in these kind of movies, if they would just realize one thing is that humans ain't shit. You know, the world is going to keep spinning.
You ain't shit just because you got money. That's the problem. Not even just humans. You ain't shit.
You know, they need to listen to Ian Malcolm on Jurassic Park. You know, life finds a way. And
they said that in one of them movies.
Probably.
Which one was it? Might have been the last one we watched.
I think they actually did
Kong.
Didn't they reference Jurassic Park, actually?
It was Kong.
Yeah.
Skull Island. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure it's John C. Reilly that said it. Life finds a way. And I was like, shut, that's Jurassic Park.
God, I want to go back and watch that again. Because these movies are so good.
Kong Skull Island is my favorite next to this one. This one, of course, is my new favorite.
Yeah. Right now, I'm torn between wanting to, like, rewatch these movies now that I know everything. Mm-hmm. Or going back and rewatching, like, or watching for the first time the old ones.
I would love to watch the old
kind of get... That's a sooner rather than later project for us. I think I could get you to agree with that. Yeah, maybe next weekend we'll start. Because I'm pretty sure a bunch of these are on HBO Max.
Yeah, I think they all are.
Yeah. So, I mean, they end up defeating... here's the thing, like, I don't want... These movies are so new that I don't want to give away, like... You know, it's like we did with The Walking Dead. I don't want to give away everything. You know, I don't want to give away the plot point about the weapon. You know, I don't want to say I don't want to say a whole lot about like how they defeated Mecha Godzilla or you know stuff like that. Just we've kind of given you the basics, and like I really want to urge people. And here's the thing: we watched this, and there were a handful of times where we were like, "Holy shit, this would have been great to see in the theater." The movie came out in theaters this week. Yesterday, it was the release. Mm-hmm. So, God, I'm tempted. Like
I know.
I'm tempted to like go.
I'd really like
on an off night and just be like, watch this again on the big screen because these movies. I think they said this movie grossed like 9.6 million, you know, nationwide, and that is just a fraction of what a movie normally will gross on an opening weekend. It's probably about 15 to 20% of what you would expect this movie. You know, they normally do that much on like opening night. If not, you know, they end up doing more than that on opening night. But I would love to, you know, check this movie out, even though it is free on HBO Max. this is a movie that I think. I mean, not gonna lie, we had a great viewing experience. You know, we got a good 4K TV to watch it on, and here in the living room, pretty close, good sounds, everything. But this is one of those movies that would.
Yeah, especially when they're in the Hollow Earth, and
Yes.
that whole trip. When they flip around and go around and all that.
Yeah,
Kong beating up those creatures.
that segment had a 2001: A Space Odyssey vibe to it. Like at the end when he like is going through all the warp and time and space and all that. That's immediately what I thought. I was like, my God, it would be neat to be high on some kind of substance while watching this.
I love that Kong knew sign language. That was a big reveal.
I cried a little bit when that happened. Like, I couldn't help it.
She taught him sign language, and it was more. That was like I knew we were gonna have a really human moment there because they were gonna touch fingers.
Yeah.
But when they started communicating, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Because you realize, there are apes, that can do that.
And I had actually wondered. I was like, I wonder if he could be like taught sign language or something. I was looking for my drink.
That was pretty neat, though. So anyway, I guess we probably need to wrap.
Yeah.
What do you give this one?
Oh, an 11. An 11.
Well, we watched nothing but 11 stuff today. This has been a good, entertaining day. Because right before this, we watched the Here's Negan Walking Dead. And you could check that out Sunday night at 10 o'clock. We're going to publish that. So, yeah, super awesome. I'm with you. If I could give it a higher number, I would. But
yeah,
this was just a good, perfect summer blockbuster is what this was.
Mm-hmm.
This
It was a good way, because isn't this the last movie in the franchise?
I
was thinking it was,
they're
but
leaving
I'm not sure.
it. Here's the thing: they're leaving it open ended.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are plans for another movie. Let's not count this franchise out, especially if it does well.
But if they don't, like it ended
this was
well.
a good bookend.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's some, basically, I guess it was all leading to this. There was no after credits scene, so don't worry about staying after the credits. But yeah, a fantastic movie, absolutely fantastic.
Yay.
All right, well, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we're Untitled Nerd Network. We'll be back on Sunday night, 10 p.m. for the Here's Negan Walking Dead finale.